The BWA mitigation plan is in full effect to manage sewage problems right here along the South Coast. And here on Water Wednesdays this week, we want to tell you about a new 10-inch pump that has been brought in. It has helped in a big way to reduce a lot of that bubbling that we have seen at manholes along this area.
To hold strain, therefore, we have last week, as I'm hoping that most Barbadians know or would have realized, the huge 10-inch pump, 10 by 10 to be technical. We've never had a 10 by 10, we've had a 10 by 6. But the huge 10 by 10 came in, and that has been functioning. It came in last week, and then that immediately dropped levels. And this was a hope that we were trying for weeks. We had attempted it a while before with the 10 by 6, which has radiator problems, which we're trying to replace and repair. And as soon as that comes, that will be another backup that we have holding strain until we can get relief. So the 10 by 10 has been put in place. It affected a drop in levels immediately. We then took the opportunity for the first time in weeks to repair some manhole covers. Obviously, we couldn't do that prior because the levels were too high. And we had a supercharged network, which is a network with pressure. So if you removed even leaking manholes, it would then be a fountain, a bigger fountain. So with the 10 by 10 coming in last week, we were able then to drop levels, repair manhole covers. This happened in the later part of last week and earlier this week. The repair often means you take off the plant at the lift stations to affect the repair. So we are trying to remove the problem of the overflows on the streets by those two major factors: keeping the pumping powers strong and sealing, replacing leaking manhole covers.
This, however, is the interim solution. The permanent fix is a work in progress, and it starts with the injection wells.
The injection wells have been proceeding well. We've started the dye testing, which concluded for the first one last week, and those results have been sent overseas. We expect to receive those results this week, and that data will be analyzed not only by ourselves, but also by the EPD with some advice and involvement by the MOH and possibly the coastal management unit as well. We are optimistic that they will show the type of results that we need to work with, but in any event, we recognize that this is one of the least of some of the other options that we have available to us to allow us to be able to divert the effluent in a reasonable time and move towards effective repairs. Again, we're also optimistic that we can soon start repairs to the force main line, which is where the effluent or the waste which has been treated is flows. And once we can do that, we'll be perhaps maybe halfway perhaps towards finalizing the full repairs that we want to do.
The teams are visiting a number of properties, and you'll see them at more properties. There are one or two more manholes that are ruptured, the manhole covers. That is not only the cover and the lid and the rim, but it has moved off the base, so that sometimes you have to replace the entire manhole cover and reseal it. So they will be doing more of those areas. There are still quite a number of concerned properties, private properties, which they'll be addressing as well. And again, we continue to do the cleaning and the washing down. We have not faltered or stopped our sanitizing. It continues to be every day. It has constantly been that, 3 o'clock in the morning every day, and as need be. And if you're around, you'll see that is continuing.
Yes, and there's also those results from the dye testing on the injection wells done recently. The results of those tests will be revealed very soon right here on Water Wednesdays, so listen out for that. To view this or a previous episode again, please visit our website, www.barbadoswaterauthority.com, or you can go to our YouTube channel, just type in Water Wednesdays.